All right, we are live and stuff. So I just want to first start off by saying hi.
Hi.
And I'm sorry if you hear Kiki. She did
Same.
not she didn't get enough attention last night. I've been busy lately and she's not happy right now. So, hello everybody. And she's not happy. I don't want to hear myself.
Hey, just for you, 247. We've missed you too. I don't think I've seen just for you around anywhere either.
Hi Mama
They've been
Fortune's Lola Pepper. Thank you. Next. Blackhearted. Michelle. Amy Jane, could someone please ask Blackhearted to unblock me? Hey, just did. What's up, breaking the silence? Y'all are live.
hey, breaking the silence.
Hi, Lucky Loo Hoo. Goodness. It's been 3 weeks.
Blackhearted, it's Amy Jane. I don't know if she's had a different name in the past.
Amy Jane. Let me see if I can pin that comment. Let's see. There she goes. That would just be
Just
better.
just for you says they've been hiding in the bushes.
Sometimes you gotta lurk, man. Sometimes you gotta work, and sometimes you gotta lurk. And other times you just
Ooh,
can't type because you're doing things. Yes.
breaking the silence is here to judge people.
She says, "Who's being judged? I'll be the judge." Really? Well, la di freaking da. What movie's that from?
Jennifer Lynn is a full blown lurker. I'm sorry, I didn't get your movie reference. What'd you
Planes,
say?
Trains, and Wait, no,
Oh.
it's not. Is it? Now I forgot. You threw me off my game, but it's all good. What's up, Flower Power, Jennifer Lynn? All right. So I'm gonna say our disclaimer. It's been. Oops! Don't play the video, please, or the whatever. It's been like 3 weeks, so I'm a little bit out
I
of practice.
I think it's been a month. I could be
Well,
wrong.
when I set this up, it said 3 weeks ago. So I don't know. It's probably been a month. It feels like it. It's been a long one. So our disclaimer is for anybody typing, not typing, watching it on the replay, whatever. Our disclaimer is we're not relevant and we know it. We don't have everything figured out. We're just trying to figure things out using logic. And we might get that wrong, so disagreement with our views is welcome. Also, we're definitely not here to promote channels or spread any hate to other channels. Everyone in this chat is free to express their views, and the views of the chat do not necessarily represent the views of myself or Speak Truth or Love. So, yeah, there's that.
So yeah, I mean we've been gone
Hi,
and
sweetie.
we've had just really bad circumstances come up on Mondays for us. Like my central air went out when it was like 100 degrees outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then one time you were experiencing a power outage
Yep,
and
nightmares.
yeah, it's just been hard to coordinate on Mondays lately.
Look at that sweet wheat. Testicle, CCK, Flower Power, Ire Rising. It's good. It's good to be back live again. So thanks.
Your sound sounds a little bit weird to me. I don't know why. I don't know if
Hey,
it's
April
just
May.
me.
Well, it probably isn't. That's why earlier I was like, do I sound all right? Because I had to use different earbuds. Is it really bad?
I don't you just sound a little bit like you're in a can or something. Not on the can, but like in a can.
hmm.
I don't know. Is it just me or does the chat think that she sounds odd?
Well, okay, that is like debatable. I usually sound odd. All right, let me try. Let me try to switch. If I sound weird, I'll be right back.
Jennifer Lynn, you've been cloned, I guess. She says, if anyone sees me commenting elsewhere, it's not me. So I guess Jennifer only comments here. Hey, Remy. Remy says you sound okay to her. I don't know. She just sounded a little bit weird to me. Lucky Lou. Normally I just lurk, but I logged off Boo Boo and went camping for 5 days. Nice. I hope it wasn't really hot wherever you went camping. Where I am, we usually don't go camping until like September. Is Testicle here? See someone saying hello. Hey, Jim Vaughn. Hello, all proud lurkers. Hey, Donna. You put another penny in the slot. I hope you don't run out of pennies. Everybody should sub up to Donna's
Okay.
Crafty
Do I still
Creations.
sound like I'm in the can
You're so much better now.
or
I was
in a
just saying
can?
that Donna's Crafty Creations, she
Or
makes
now do you
really
not hear me at
great.
all?
I do. She doesn't hear
Is that
me.
better?
Can you hear me?
Oh my God. Do I have to leave?
Great. You have to leave now. Yeah, anyway, Donna makes really great crafting videos. You should check it out. Kit Kat the Lioness, hello.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Can you hear me?
That's so weird. Now you can't hear me at all. That's perfect.
Donna. Yeah, she does
Okay.
talk
Let's see.
funny.
Am I in the can or out of the can?
You sound better. Can you
Okay.
hear
Cool.
me? You
Yes.
can hear me? Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah.
sound great. You sound
Okay.
great
Awesome.
now.
Thank you. Sorry about that. And also, hi, Donna. Thank you for that compliment. She always sounds odd. I appreciate that. So people want to be judgy. They're like, I'll be the judge. Nah. Proud window licking ninja lurker. Oh my God. Y'all are funny. Oh my gosh, sweet wheat. Cool. What's up, Kit Kat the Lioness? Not as loud as usual. Oh man. All right, so want to get into it?
Yeah,
The
sure.
judgy McJudgy judge.
The judginess.
Judgy McJudgy judge. Judgy judge.
So yeah, I mean, it seems like people in our community lately have been feeling judged for
Mm-hmm.
a lot of different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I like to joke around that I'm a judgy person, but what I really try to do is use my God-given discernment. On YouTube, my discernment works like this. Like sometimes I decide that I don't want to be around someone because they act really sweet sometimes, and then other times they're really cruel. So
I'm
my
sitting right
discern
here, okay? Like you could wait till I'm off stream to talk about me.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you're really nice and sometimes you're horrible.
Total bitch. Yep.
Um so my discernment tells me that their kindness it might be fake because kind people usually won't be cruel, you know. But some
Mm-hmm.
people will say, "Oh, well, you're judging them. You know, you're saying they're not a nice person and you don't know." but I'm just using my discernment, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but I joke around and I say I'm a judgy person, and I've noticed that people are feeling judged lately by, the current circumstances in our community where people are being judged by where they chat, who
Yeah.
they're friends with,
Yep.
who they don't want to be friends with,
Yeah.
uh, who they're on a panel with,
Yep.
how they handle what is being said by someone else on a panel with them.
Yeah.
Just a
That's
lot of
rough.
things like that.
I think that's rough because, and I don't know, it's hard because we're always constantly making judgments, right? Like when we're listening to something and we're processing information, whatever that information is, we're definitely like making judgments. Like, what do I think about that? Or how do I feel about that? And when it's an emotional thing that's happening, which most of the time in our community it is an
Yeah.
emotional, especially we're talking about, friends or people, whatever, getting views, this and that. Yeah, it feels judgy and it's hard, right? But it's one of the things that happens and it sucks. Just saying.
So the being judged about where you chat thing.
Yeah, that one's really rough for me. I have a hard time with that one because I have a channel and I I used to, I think when I read chats more, I did used to notice maybe like who is in what chat. But I always did try to not make too many assumptions about what their relationship is because I don't know. All I know is what they tell me on YouTube. And
Right.
I just have to take it at face value and decide is it entertaining or not? Because that's what this is to me, entertainment, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the way I try to look at it too. But on the more serious side,
Yeah.
um, I try to be the same way on YouTube as I am in real life. And so, and I'm sure I fail at it all the time. But I try. So in my real life, I don't associate with people that do harmful things.
Mm.
And that's why there are creators that I don't go in their streams because I don't want to be associated with them because I think they do harmful things or I've heard that they do harmful things. It could be untrue. But I try to be careful where who I'm associated with because that's just how I am in real life.
Yeah.
If someone, you know, does illegal things or harmful things, I don't go where they are.
Welcome in, Sally, and I missed someone. Hi, Lucy's World. No, I kind of feel the same. I think a lot of people, yeah, feel like that too. Breaking the silence says some people go in chats just to talk to the people they feel comfortable talking to, even if they don't care much for the creator. And I have actually said that on my channel for a very long time about a specific chat. That's true. I feel like a lot of times they have a sense of community about the people in the chat more than
Mm-hmm.
the creator. So they'll prop that creator up and make sure they're doing well, and how they want to do well because they want to talk to each other.
Right. Yeah, I get it. I totally get that. I mean, some people just want to talk to people, I
Yeah.
mean, they're like,
Well, that's what the live
I
chat's for.
yeah, and they just want a place to chit chat.
Hi, Winky. Hi, Kiki. Yeah, they just want to chat. They want to not feel judged where they're chatting, right? And they want to talk to each other. But that being said, and I mean, you can avoid that, right? So, like, let's say that you go into a chat where, I don't know, I feel it's harmful or something. Just because you go in there doesn't mean I have to go in there. And it doesn't mean that I necessarily have to stop being friendly with you just because you decided to risk your whatever. if it's a risk.
reputation.
Well,
I
if it's
guess.
a, yeah, I mean, if it's a risk, it could be risking your reputation. It could be putting yourself at risk for doxing. It could be putting yourself at
Right.
risk for going real life because I know that you say whatever is on your mind all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
Yeah.
I I, I can't like hate you because you want to do that. That's the thing. That's crazy. That's where I think it goes off the rails. But that's just what I feel about it, what I think about it. I'm not in the situation. Blackhearted says, I kind of feel like for me, I have personal lines, and I feel like if I can go into certain chats, I am supporting bad behaviors. I can't do that personally, but that's me. I can agree with
That's
that too.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
Is are you supporting something that's happening that's bad?
Yep.
It's hard for me when I'm in a chat because I go to the stream because I like the concept of the stream. I read the title and I'm like, yeah, that's a stream I want to be in. And the
Yeah.
next thing you know, there's a bunch of people on panel saying stuff that you don't want to be associated with
Yeah.
and you don't want to support. And sometimes I stay in the chat and I make just sarcastic comments because I don't want to be supportive,
Yeah.
or I just leave, I just make sure that I don't type anymore because I'm like, oh, I don't want to look like I support this.
Well, that is some freaking honesty right there, man, because you don't have to admit that you've stayed and learned. Breaking the silence says some people on here have bad issues at home and they are just escaping any way they can. I feel like a lot of people have that. And that's my personal opinion. I have no proof
Mm-hmm.
of that. And if I
Mm-hmm.
did, I wouldn't share it. But I feel that way sometimes too. I can feel the frustration tells me that sometimes. Testicle says the memberships have brought more attention to this too. Probably. Yep. Hi, Nita. Welcome in. Hi, mommy of three girls.
Hey,
Um,
Kiki,
Kiki Ramblings, British Chippy.
Alexis.
Okay, so British Chippy says, quick message before I lay my head down. This place is a dump. Night, night, Eritrea slash STWL. Well, yeah. I mean, hey, that's your discernment. I'd have to say we're on the same page there.
See, and I don't think that's judgy. That's just using your discernment.
It's a dump, yeah. Hi, Sally. Did I even say hi to Sally? Look at Sally over here. Sally says she's on her own side. I feel like that too. Like the whole sides thing. It's definitely become very individual. People have friends and then they have, basically themselves at the end of it. Yep.
But, I do want to say, even though I am leery about streams that I don't want to be associated with or I don't want to seem like I'm supporting,
Uh-huh.
um, I do accept the fact that there are some people that will chat in any stream. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter who's on panel or what's being said. They don't feel associated
Yep.
with the words or actions happening on the stream. And
Yeah.
I understand that. And I don't, have any hard feelings towards them or, judge them, or at least I try not to. I mean, we all,
You make
have a
decisions
tendency.
based on
Yeah.
judgments.
And also Lurker's Logic, our channel will go into any stream and say hello, but that's all we say in a stream, just about all we say in a stream, because we're not trying to participate when we go into a stream and
Yeah.
we drop some little peeping eyeballs. We're just trying to say hello. And, we'll go into any stream, no matter
Yeah.
what's happening on the channel or on the stream.
Yeah. Kiki says she won't go anywhere where she's just a number or you're only cool if you follow the crowd. What happens is as the channel gets bigger, because you are a channel owner, Kiki, that like eventually things kind of work out that way, right? Where everybody is just a member of that crowd and that channel creator or channel owner has to determine like, what are the things I'm going to allow in my chat. I don't know. It gets rough. I think, for people with bigger channels. Um,
Oh, I just thought about something that I'm judgy about.
yeah,
It might not even be discernment. It's probably just pure judginess. Is when there are people in a chat, when I see something bad or threatening being
yeah.
done, for
Like a
example,
wild
like,
pony coming through. Ashley
like,
74 just wrote that. Sorry.
yeah, I
Sorry.
saw that. Like, if the creator's saying something like, if you dox me, I'll dox you, or just something like that, something that I'm
Uh-huh.
like, ugh. And instead of the people in the chat saying something like, no, don't retaliate, you'll make it worse, you don't want to be a doxer, the people in the chat are like, yeah, dox them back. That's what
Did
you should
people
do.
write that?
Yes, I've
Oh
seen
my
that.
god.
Or stuff like,
Those are
well,
trolls.
that's up to you. If that's how you want to handle
Come
it.
on, those are trolls. Do people really think that someone should dox someone in response?
Yes.
Oh my
And
god.
and
Sorry. I don't know who you are, but that's, yeah, I don't
I
like
just
that.
I see people enabling bad behavior or dangerous or not well thought out behavior.
I think we
And
used to see people enabling bad behavior, and now we're seeing people enabling dangerous behavior.
yeah.
It's progressing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean
And
to cut
so
you off.
when I see enabling, I probably feel a little judgy about that.
Yep. Aw, thanks, Winky. Breaking the silence says there's good people in every chat. Of course. Yeah, for sure. Tawanda says, I sit in the cheap seats most of the time, grab my popcorn and a soda. The further removed you are and the less you care, the more fun this place is. Sorry, just saying. Just saying. But yeah, I feel the same. Like, I don't know. What? Shall I compare thee to a summer night's dream? No, Ash. It's more like a nightmare. Um, but I kind of feel the same way too. Like, I, it's hard for me not to behave here how I would behave in real life, other than I might be snarkier when I'm in private. You know what I mean? I'm like more of an
Really?
asshole. Yeah,
You're worse when you're in
I
private?
am. I'm horrible. Jen Vaughn says, I try not to also, but sometimes the same people come in like it's a parade and start their shenanigans. But I've also learned to shut my trap because I don't want anybody to, I don't really, it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you think. I'm Switzerland? No way. I have feelings, Amy Jane. I have feelings. But the
Wow,
thing
you're
is,
you're doing a good job of being neutral
but who
if people
cares?
think that you're Switzerland.
It doesn't matter what I think
Yeah,
because
it doesn't.
no matter what I think, like I could have my friend neighbor, right? And she could ask me something and I could tell her and she could tell me to like, okay, thanks for the advice and then do the opposite. That's just what I
Oh
think.
yeah.
It
That
doesn't
happens to
matter.
me all the time.
Yeah, yeah, I know, me too.
Where people don't take my advice and I'm like, "Okay."
And Winky says it's not acceptable to retaliate under any circumstances.
Yeah.
Thank you, Winky. You're the one
What'd you say?
enabling bad behavior. I said, thank you, Winky. Like, Winky's the one person I've ever seen say that in writing. So I said, thank you. It's not acceptable to retaliate under any circumstances. You
Yeah.
know, Kiki Rowling says that's all we see lately is enabling bad behavior. I've been feeling that for a minute, but you know. Okay, so Ashley74 is going to start having murder streams. I think that'll probably go over well because that's your next step, right? Yeah, I'm way behind CCK because I'm trying to pin some comments here.
Yeah, I mean the standards are
Sorry.
definitely changing. So, murder streams might be acceptable now. I don't know.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the next thing that,
Hey, little lady.
people are being judged about, not just being in chats, but judged on how you handle what is being said by someone else on a panel that you're on. Because lately I've heard people saying stuff like, this person was on the panel when I was being bashed, or someone was bashing and you were on the panel and you laughed,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, which is why I don't want to get on some panels, because you could get on a panel and the next thing you know, there's 8 other people on there and someone might say something terrible and I might not want to fight with them and I might
Yeah.
laugh out, just laugh out of being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And,
Awkward
and
laughter. That's always my downfall.
yeah. And then people are going to say, well, you agreed with it because you laughed at it. And I've
Yep.
seen that happen to people lately, where they were just like, just, they
It's
didn't
an
know what to
awkward,
say.
nervous laugh.
And then somehow they get associated with the terrible thing that was said, even
Because
though
they're
they didn't
laughing.
say it.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, the whole, you didn't say anything when you were on that panel, or you giggled, or,
Mm.
that seems to be a way to get judged lately.
So, like, what should we do if we're viewing this? Like, maybe be less judgmental about that sort of thing, because maybe the person running the stream doesn't have full control over what comes out of somebody else's mouth.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that might be better if you can put yourself in that person's shoes. It is hard a lot of times, though, because, and I did this, I'm sorry, BTS, I did this in Breaking the Silences stream one day. I went in there and there was like stuff going crazy, right? But I really want to know what happened. And she was just having a stream, and I didn't know what anyone was talking about, but they all knew what they were talking about. And I kept asking, well, what are you guys talking about? It was probably annoying. But if a creator can come online and say, listen, blah, 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 blah just happened, and this is what we're dealing with, sometimes that helps, because then people might be able to use their discernment to decide, you know, how they want to comment in the chat, if that makes sense. It might help them make a judgment if they know what's going on. And sometimes
Oh, I
people have
see.
no clue what's going on because everything's
Yeah.
been discussed behind the scenes and you don't
Yes.
know. Or you missed the last 5 hours of a live stream and went to
Yeah.
the next one and you're like, what the hell
You're
just happened?
lost.
Everybody's leaving YouTube.
Yeah. You really should start those, I don't know, after party streams, or instant response streams with a recap, you know?
And I have noticed some people are really good at that. Remy, you are very good at the recap. Some people that are channel owners are really good when they open their live, letting people come in and they say, I'm talking about this. Or if somebody asks, they're on it and they're like, I'm talking about this. But sometimes when it's heated, they can't and they'll have to repeat. And yeah. But yeah, the Remy recap, I didn't know if that was a welcome thing or not. But it could help people like make better decisions about how they should feel about your content,
Yeah.
right? If they know what the F you're talking about, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's that. That
So,
was
but yeah,
silent.
I do think that people need to be a little more
Aw.
understanding about being on a panel, not being in control of what other people on that panel are saying.
Yeah.
And you might just not want to get in a fight with them. You might just not
Yeah.
want to debate, because maybe that's not the purpose of the stream,
Yeah.
you know? And just, or you might be, the person that is there and they didn't say anything, they might be completely uncomfortable and just try to have some understanding.
Yeah.
of people that are on panels, don't hold them accountable for the words of someone else.
Well,
And
not
don't hold them accountable for not responding at every, it just depends.
yeah.
It depends on the circumstances, of course.
Well, and I mean, to be honest, I kind of tried to tell the people that I talk to, if anybody ever says anything bad about me, just let them say it. It doesn't matter. I don't. If it's true, it's true. If it's not, it's not. I don't care. It doesn't matter, right? Let them say whatever. It's fine. Because if you argue it, like if you try to white knight for anybody, that just brings bad attention on you. But I know that there are people who expect their quote YouTube friends to defend them, and I don't want to open a can of worms on that one, but like I just that's always bothered me because it's not good. It's not good. CCK said that's another point I'm slightly judging. Creators should read their chat if they want to keep subscribers. This comment has nothing to do with BTS. And then Winky got called a potato because of her bangs. That's not very nice. And I'm judging. That's not nice. She has perfect bangs. What the hell? Anyway, how does everyone feel about hosts completely ignoring the chat? Remy wants to know.
Yeah, I was just thinking about what you said. I mean, if I were on a panel and someone was like, well, I think Eritrea is a terrible person.
Okay, they might have a
I'm
reason.
I would have to disagree with them. I would have to say, well, I disagree with you, but I'm not going to get up there and fight about their
Yeah,
dislike for you. I'm not going to
yeah.
do it. I'm going to be like, okay, go
Well,
right
and
ahead and think she's
maybe I
terrible,
was a
whatever.
terrible person to them. Never
Right.
know.
Yeah. I may not have any clue why they're saying that, and I might not want to talk about it. So I might just blow over it, and just
Yeah.
not say anything.
Yep, exactly. About what hosting a chat you said Winky Whisper said. Can you see her comment?
No, I can't. I'm sorry. You'll have to read it again.
She says, about what hosting a chat you said?
I'm sorry.
I guess
I
we
don't
don't,
understand.
yeah, I guess we don't understand the question. Sorry. Yeah, I hear you breaking the silence that she doesn't have a desire to go live anymore, to be honest. Sometimes taking a break will cure that for you real quick. Um, yeah, well, Tess Tickle said, I did a social experiment not too long ago in a chat. When the host was ignoring chat, I made a mean comment and bingo got noticed. Yeah, that does happen too.
Bingo.
Yep,
Yeah.
quick.
Yep. That's happened to me before where I was misunderstood, It's like, oh, you
Mm-mm.
haven't seen one comment, one of the positive comments I've made, but I make one comment that could be misconstrued and now you're mad at me. It's like I said like
Yeah.
10 other really nice things right before that. But okay.
Thanks for noticing the. But yeah, people will get like tons of awesome comments on their stream, and then they'll get that one bad one that gets under their skin. I totally get that too. It's crazy. Alexis P says so many times I could have made so many funnies in a chat. Could have been, but it could have been interpreted to be at someone's expense, so I didn't. But damn, I had some good jokes or comebacks. Crazy, crazy town.
Okay. So let's talk about the other thing people are being judged for. People are being judged by who they're friends with.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people that feel judged for who they don't want to be friends with. So like it's going both ways. Don't judge me because I want to be friends with this person. And other people were like, well, don't judge me because I don't want to be friends with that person. And so both sides are feeling judged for their
Mm-hmm.
decision in that situation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that happens. And, if you go live on YouTube, you're giving people the opportunity to have access to your conversation. So, you choose whether to respond or not, you know, basically. You can feel however you want to feel about it, but if you're that person's friend, I think you have to let them do whatever it is they want to do. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
literally is just social media. It
Yeah.
literally is just social media. When you turn that thing off, you should be able to have a whatever the rest of your life is still be not in shambles. And if it is in shambles, then, maybe a break is in order. I think everybody has put too much time into any one given thing and notice, like, I need to not do that so much.
I think that as long as people can feel like they can be honest about their feelings, then
Mm-hmm.
then they won't feel so judged. If it's like, look, I don't think you should be friends with this person,
Mm-hmm.
but you know what? I love you anyway. That kind of thing. As long as they feel like they can be honest. It's when you feel like you can't be honest, that's when
Yeah.
you start feeling like you're being judged.
Yep. And it can be hard to be honest here, because if you were honest about everything, if you said everything that you thought, people would definitely, they're going to make judgments on that. And they're going to decide how they feel based on that. That's why we're not in
Yeah.
here, talking trash.
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 Because because
Attack!
it goes it's the same thing goes for being judged by who you're friends with.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing goes with being judged about your opinions, because people feel judged about their opinions around here, and I don't say a lot of my
Yeah.
true
Same.
feelings
Yeah.
because people get mad.
Yeah.
And if I disagree with them, they get mad, which feels like judgment because I can't be honest with them. And since I don't feel like fighting with people, I
Yeah.
just
You're
keep
much
my
better. That's.
yeah, I just keep my opinions to myself. I wouldn't mind a good debate. I love debating.
Yeah.
You and I do it all the
Yeah.
time behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Um, but if you're not allowed to disagree or it's going to cause a fight, then you feel judged.
And usually, if you disagree with somebody and it causes a fight, it's because they're coming from an emotional place. It's not from a cerebral place, it's from an emotional place. And
Yeah.
that's the part that gets lost on me because I'm not in the relationships. So I don't get it. Makes no sense to me, but it's not my place. It's not my relationship. So it's just weird. But hi, Misbehaving. Sorry, I wanted to say hi to her. Anyway, that's my take on
Remy
it.
Remy says life would be pretty boring without different opinions. And I know some people think that Remy likes to disagree just for for the sake of disagreeing. But I think that Remy likes debating. She kind of likes taking the other side.
Yeah.
Just to have the conversation,
Just to piss
about
everybody off.
no.
She can take it though. I have to give her
Yeah.
that. She was one of the first people that subscribed to my channel, and she knows that sometimes she's kind of pestering people by not taking no for an answer. But she can take it. So as long as you can take it, then I have to respect that. I'm sorry. You can't
Yeah. I
disrespect that.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give her credit for that because, I was just saying that I don't say a lot of my true feelings because I know people are going to get mad. And Remy is the opposite of me when
Hmm.
it comes to that. Like, she will say her true feelings. She does not care if people don't like it.
Yeah. She doesn't. She does what she wants. But yeah, and I mean, that's gonna bring you judgment. So one of those things. So yeah, I agree. I try not to express my opinion very much. That's for sure because it's quite possible that I'll end up just saying something that'll piss people off. But it's okay. I'm happy like that.
Misbehaving says, thanks for talking about this. I think a lot of people are hurt and confused. And yeah, I think a lot of that could be mitigated if
Hmm.
people felt like they could be honest about how they feel. And
They could.
they also have to feel like they can be friends with who they want to, not be friends with who they don't want to be
Yeah.
friends with, chat wherever they want to chat.
But if they can't be honest about their feelings and not get dragged, then why would they be honest? And also because like Remy mentions here, she says crazy thing. I don't do that in real life. Probably get punched in the face. Exactly. And I think that, we were just saying we kind of act here or try to act here like we would act in real life, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I don't know. Jen Vaughn says, plus, if our real feelings are suppressed and we cannot grow and learn from our past to be a better person, our opinions may help others understand. I just lost it. Understand why we are so passionate about a certain topic. Yeah. And sometimes it's just okay to agree to disagree. Hey, Wicked, long time no see. Good to see you guys.
Uh,
Hi, Mrs. Nevins. What? Did I do something?
Nothing. I was about to read something, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
Hey, Mrs. Nevins. I don't think I've seen her in a while. Donna says, I've been snapped at for saying I like someone. I think that's fairly normal around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess the takeaway of what we're talking about would be, to just let people do whatever they want to do,
Yeah.
and and try to be understanding, and allow people to be honest,
Yeah. Let them
and,
do
but
what
also
on their.
allow people to use their discernment. You know, if people use their discernment and say, you know what, I don't think that that's somebody that I want to be associated with, then
Mm-hmm.
don't get mad at them for that.
Yeah. Let them do what they want. Carla Ray says, I've been called out for not agreeing with someone. That happens. Full on drama. Drop me a link, bishes. So I don't know what channel that is, but if that's full on drama, we're not really like a panel up kind of channel. We come here, we talk for like an hour, and we dip.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we don't
so
have
far,
people on panel, and that's kind of one of the things that we were talking about earlier. When you're on a panel and the next thing you know, there's 8 other people on the panel and
it
they're
gets
saying
rough.
stuff that you don't agree with and you kind of
Yeah,
wish you weren't there. And so Eritrea and I, to avoid that,
yeah,
we just have each other on the panel, and then we don't have to agree, we don't have to worry about somebody saying something that we're like, oh my gosh, I wish they weren't here saying that. You know what I mean?
exactly. Yep, totally. Hey, Cat Kenzie, welcome in. All right.
So you want to do are you ready to do the kudos?
If we're ready to do the kudos, let's do the kudos.
I have a kudos. If you've never been here
Hi,
before,
Linky.
Eritrea and I like to give credit to someone for making a good point
Yeah.
or saying something positive. And the kudos actually comes from today. Let me pull this up because I have a quote
Okay.
this time. I had to write this down because when they said it, I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. Today, Mandolin said, on a panel, you know, because we talked about enabling earlier in the stream. She said on a panel today, you can have someone's back, but
Mm-hmm.
at the point they don't have their own back, having their back becomes enabling. And I loved that. I was like, that is I don't know if she just made that up on the fly
Yeah.
or if she read that somewhere, but I was like, I love that. I think that's a really good point, you know, because people in this community, they want you to have their back. You know, you hear that all the time. You didn't have my back, blah, blah, blah. But when you stop having your own back, you know,
Yep.
people having your back, they're enabling you. And so you need to be, you know, thoughtful about what you're doing and make good decisions, you
Right.
know, and don't put your friends in a bad position. So that was my kudos. I
So
love
I want you to
that.
say that statement again. And it was
Okay.
mandolin, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And what did they say? What did she say again?
She's,
Because I want to
she's,
remember that one.
she said, you can have someone's back, but at the point they don't have their own back, having their back becomes enabling.
Enabling. Okay, I like that. And that was mandolin, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. That's good. That's true. Because they have to be able to, at least at a minimum, be able to look out for themselves. Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I mean, that's not just YouTube advice. Like, that's some good real life advice.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
It
I've
is. And
had,
that comes from life experience. And
mm-hmm.
yep, I can totally relate to that.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been there where I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm doing more for you than you're doing for
For
yourself.
yourself, or even trying to do for yourself, right?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Yep, been there, done that. Not doing that again. Um,
Yeah.
and
You
if you're,
usually,
again, if you're not going to do that in real life, then why in the world would you come online to the internet and do it? Okay. Well, that was good.
yeah, I don't have any more kudos.
No more kudos.
Sorry. I wish I
And the
did.
kudos are like, basically the kudos are, somebody said something like that, like something really, really good that made you think, hey, Crane Kicks, that you can relate to, or somebody handled a certain situation, made a recommendation. Like when Makeup Mobster said my vaping was annoying, I have to take that into consideration. So,
Yep.
yep, you guys are funny. So basically, what we do, just to close this out, is every week we come, well, every week we try to come here, and it would be Mondays. So when people say that nobody goes live on Monday, that's not true. We're gonna look for more test tickle. We're looking for kudos. I'm looking for kudos as much as I can. I've been a little busy, so I've been missing a lot of this stuff. But that being said, if you guys have ideas, if you are seeing something happening or being discussed in the community and you want us to talk about it here, you can leave a comment, which will help our channel. Or if you feel shy because you're a lurker or you don't want people to know that you think that thing, you can email us at lurkerslogic@gmail.com. But don't email that email and like to reach one of us, because it's just for the channel. It's not going to individually reach either one of us. Hey, Sin, welcome in. Yeah, good job, Mandolin. Nice. So on that note, hey, Crane Kicks, you guys are going to have to catch it on the replay because I think we are wrapping it up.
Yeah. We're doing, I guess we're doing a shorter stream today.
Yeah, we're usually about an hour, so it's about an hour. Sometimes we have a couple topics that we can fit in an hour, but a lot of times we just don't. We have one topic this week because there's a lot of interesting stuff that's happening out there. Well, it's interesting to a lot of people, but it's really not interesting because it's, again, definitely not my place to judge it because it has to do with personal stuff for other people. But yeah, we wanted to talk about this. So thank you guys for coming. I'm sorry we haven't been
Yeah.
live for like 3 or 4 weeks, but
Yeah, we'll try to be more regular.
yeah,
As long as our power doesn't go out or
yeah.
something like that.
If our power doesn't go out, if our Kiki isn't flipping out, all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, Nita. I hope you guys have a great rest of your happy Labor Day, Memorial Day, Labor
Good
Day.
night, Irie Rising. Thanks for being here.
And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Thank you guys for coming and supporting the channel. And
And
again, if you have ideas, go ahead and you can leave it in the comments. Or if you don't, again, just email us. It's lurkerslogic@gmail.com. It's also in the About section of the channel. And you were going to say?
I was just going to thank the lurkers, chatters, and mods.
Yes. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And it was good seeing everybody again. We've
It
missed
is.
hanging out with
I
everybody in our
know.
stream.
I went live on my channel today and I was like, this is so weird. I haven't been live in like, it seems like forever. This seems like longer though. We have not been live here in longer, for sure. All right, cool. We'll see you guys hopefully next Monday
Yep.
at the same time. Hopefully. Unless we have a power outage. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.
Good night.